Welcome back, everybody, to Land of Tales presents Curse of Strahd, a story that I certainly did not write, but I will put my own spin, twist, ridiculousness on it, because why? I don't like memorizing facts. We have all of our fabulous characters, our creepy crew. Everybody say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good day.
We're gonna see how fast I can do this. We have Sophia Dune as Bifa Yorkie. We have Mia Rocchio as Agnes Mayfeather. We have Frank Pecoraro as Dick the Duck Malarkey. And we have Alex O'Leary as Maze. Boom. You may have noticed there are only 4 of us here. Well, 5 of us, but I'm kind of just a narrator. There are only 4 of our creepy crew here today. And together we will find out how that happened. Last time on Curse of Strahd, everyone was helping Irina and Ismark, some peeps we met back in Barovia. Something's up with Irina. Strahd's always after her, and her brother thinks it's safest if she gets to Valaki. So we took off, escaped some crazy wolves, walked down the road, and decided to camp out at the Tur Falls, back where we kind of like began this adventure, after we stumbled out of Death House, of course. Agnes brilliantly strategized to make sure that the camp was as safe as humanly possible. The operative word there being humanly. And in the middle of the night, you were attacked by wolves, zombies, and Strahd himself! After realizing that he would have a hard time getting Irina away from the creepy crew, he decided to do a little distraction and take Ismark instead, flying off into the night air and saying, "Come get him." And that's where we left off last week. We start this week in a tizzy. A lot of you have used a bunch of spells or powers at this point. Your long rest might need another rest. It is still, this whole thing, right, battles last like 30 to 60 seconds. So you are still, it's still nighttime. You might need to rest to get back a bunch of stuff. You see Irina is like irate. She looks like she's about ready to storm off. Where are you all at?
I have just woken up.
Oh, that's right. You slept through the fight.
I have just woken up, run out, sword in hand, to see Strahd's mark floating away.
Sorry, buddy, you missed the fight.
Huh?
You missed the fight. We try wake you up, you don't wake up. I thought you were dead, for real, for a minute. He took Bismarck. There were wolves, we killed them. There were zombies, I think, we killed them. That's all I remember. It happened really fast.
And dead.
I made a bubble.
It was a really cool bubble, Agnes.
I put us in a bubble.
When you say bubble, what what do you mean by that?
Alright, you were asleep. You really missed a lot.
Seen a lot of different kinds of bubbles. Huh?
It was a magical bubble of protection. It was designed specifically to keep this from happening. And Agnes turns on her heels and walks away.
So the bubble didn't work, I assume.
It was a really important bubble, and it didn't do what they wanted it to do. And I think from my deducing skills are as sharp as I think they're growing to be, I don't think she's very happy about that.
Really?
That seems right for her. w- what's going on?
Well, I think Irina is about to kill everything that exists, maybe including us, and Ismark has been absconded with once more, and this time we don't have the good fortune of surprise.
You all hear a crack as Irina's fist connects with a tree, making a big old hole in it. She whips around and she's like, I don't know how to be more clear about this. Strahd is the worst. We have to go get my brother. He took him to the castle. We have to go.
Wait, I have one thought on that. Oh, sorry, excluded. Just going to say, I agree very much. The fact that you can be that strong is really sexy. We'll talk about it later. But
This is not the
more importantly, I know, that's why I said later. So don't worry. So speaking of right now, I also think we should go to get Bismarck from the castle. But I also think we are sleepy. We might need a little rest. Maybe we take a quick power nap. And because if we go now, Strahd will think, oh, I take brother. They immediately treat trot after. Maybe if we take nap, we lull him into thinking we don't care about brother. Screw you, brother. We aren't coming. And then we go, and he says, "Oh, I thought you'd be here yesterday, but you didn't. I'm surprised."
Agnes
You know what I mean?
barges in and interrupts Bifa and is like, pardon me! Absolutely not. Since coming to this land, I have become of the moon and I don't need to sleep anyway. And on top of that, my brilliant strategy still wasn't good enough to keep out those wolves, and somehow I am stuck with this man stealing things in a land that I have no business being in, and I was trying to hold myself back from barging into his castle for the respect of all of you, and I can no longer do so.
Well, I mean, I agree that Strahd has a face that kind of makes you wish you left your glasses at home, and that he's more devious than a snake in a henhouse. But the fact of the matter is I kind of agree with Bifa. This is what he wants us to do. He wants us to go storm the castle like, Don Quixote and stuff like that. And, we're chasing windmills over here when we really should be getting safe to the other city. Once we get Irina somewhere safe, then maybe we can go to the castle. But please don't kill me, Irina. I just don't think it's a good idea.
This is my proposition. I am a spy. I am very trained and an expert in my field. I was going to sneak away last night and stalk the castle and hide amongst the bushes and retrieve the intel necessary. Like I said, I tried to prioritize being a part of this team and protecting you all as you rested. However, now the situation is dire, and I cannot hold back from my spy instincts any longer, and I must be, with the utmost precaution, approach and gather intel and go to the steakhouse, if you will.
Counterpoint? Oh, Maze, you had your mouth open like with words. What?
I don't think we're ready for that. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't think that we're ready for that at all. I think that we can do some recon maybe, but there is no universe in which we go to that castle right now and any of us are successful or survive even. That's how I'm feeling at this
Also,
juncture.
Also, I mean, Ismark is like built like Gaston. He's like an upside down triangle. That man. He's real strong. I mean, the thing about Strahd is what happens if he? Sorry, Irina. What happens if he? Doesn't if he
If he
deals
kills
with it?
Irina's brother?
All
He
right.
doesn't.
Okay.
Well,
That's quite enough of that. Putting aside my fury at everything and everyone at this present moment. Maze is correct, and we are not ready to barge into that castle right now. I think we should all take at least a small rest, recoup what we can, and set off when the daylight, well, as close as we get here.
I am honestly surprised that Irina, you would say not going straight to castle is a good idea. So the fact that even you say not going to castle is what we should do makes me feel honestly nervous. But we could maybe as compromise. I'm bad at those, but I'm trying to learn new things. So maybe we do small rest or medium rest or big rest, and then we at I don't think we should split up because I think that's bad. But I do like sneaking into houses that are not mine, and I do like Strahd. So, I mean, I don't like him. He sucks, but he's really hot. So, I think, Agnes, we should get the intels, like you were saying, but maybe we do it first thing in the morning. Be sneak.
Employing special intelligence strategies is far from barging and is miles more intense than stealthily sneaking. I understand that yesterday some of my behaviors were perhaps the opposite of stealth. However, my point is, doing a reconnaissance of the situation, I still believe to be very important, but yes, of course, if you all think that it is best that we stay and rest, then I of course, will support.
First, I don't believe at all that you want to still run away tonight, which is why I am saying that I think we should do it in the morning, and also why I am saying I think you are right that we should do the sneaking and the knowing of things. What did you say? We're croissants? We're getting croissants before we go inside. I think this is good.
We should definitely eat breakfast. There's no question about that. But the thing is that Strahd is playing a bluff. Like, he has Ismark. If he does something to Ismark, that doesn't get him any closer to Irina. And if we give him, to use the allegory, our checkers, our queen checker, Agatha, then he'll just have another piece of the proverbial chess puzzle in order to pull one over on us. What I think we should do is we should look at my notes. I know I sound crazy, but my notes, remember the tarot reading thing that we got? We're on a ticking timer here where he's got somebody that we want to get. Yes, absolutely. But we don't have to do that right now. What we could do is we could try to unravel the mystery and maybe find his weak spot and then come at him in full force.
Nick, for one of the first times, you and I believe, are saying actually the same thing. Doing the reconnaissance, nothing about croissants. Although I do stand behind croissants. Doing the reconnaissance will give us that precise intel that we need to put together a strategy to understand his weaknesses and strike at them.
Agnes, go ahead and make an intelligence check. It can be investigation or nature.
Oh, I thought those were chips.
Me too.
Good day.
It's like, who's got snacks?
I got jealous.
That's fair.
I ate all my chips already.
Doobie, you said that can be
Investigation, nature.
14.
You don't know much about vampires, but what you've gathered thus far is that they're probably, even Strahd, probably more vulnerable in the daylight. Messing about at night, when there's no chance of anything helping you out, probably not for the best. And also I would like to note to Mia, that just because you don't have to sleep doesn't mean that you don't have to rest. Your spells will not come back unless you rest. It will be a short rest, but you must rest. So sorry.
I can
What
sing
are-
you Song of Rest, and then you don't have to sleep. You just get to listen to my beautiful guitar.
That's true.
What's the mist situation around us, and what's the mist situation around the castle?
The castle, you are on a road. The castle, like, is off-road a little bit. Like, there's a little bit of forest, then the huge castle, and then forest, and then it expands into mist. So, pretty surrounded by either forest or mist.
Agatha, I admire your gumption. You're as sharp as a cucumber. The thing is that with the mist all around, we know that Strahd sees through the mist. The mist knows all. The mist observes all. That's what we learned from Madame Eva. I'd be very concerned about any of our abilities to sneak around while the mist is aboot. What we really should be doing, and correct me if I'm wrong, is we should be looking for Mount Bartok or a set of amber doors or some kind of tool concealed in woods and sand or an ocean that hides lost treasure. Was I drunk when I wrote this?
No, that's correct. I have that in my notes as well. Also, and Agnes side eyes in Agnes's brain, Isabella or
Irina?
Arena. Thank you so much.
Arena.
Arena
Jamaica?
and says to Dick, I know not who this Agatha is that you speak of.
Dick almost choked himself on his drunk whiskey that he has in his flask, which is why he made those crazy notes. He's dead. Goodbye. It was really nice to know you, Dick.
Agnes, I think Dick is right.
Oh,
I think
Perhaps do a little hunty hunt for some items or help of literally any kind.
Irina, did any of that hoo-ha make any sense to you?
That's a great question. Irina needs to roll a little dice. Oh no. Doobie dropping dice all over the
Doobie
place.
didn't get their dice out. Let this be a lesson to you viewers at home
How dare you?
that your DM is responsible for the whole campaign and also their dice. And you should shame them if they don't bring their dice. But not if they
Shame!
That's super fair. You should shame me for not having my dice, but I have them. My dice live right under my desk. You know what I mean?
Likely story.
You know what you should make fun of me about more so is where the hell are my notes? And what have I decided to do now?
Did you check up your butt?
Found it. Okay. Irina is rolled very low for understanding this, and she looks exhausted, like somebody who hasn't slept in weeks. And you would know that with all of, like, her father dying, all of these wolves, like, attacking she's wiped. She's doing everything with, like, disadvantage right now. So the fact that she's still as, like, physically strong as she is, crazy. She looks at you and's like, okay, let's rest. And then I guess we can talk about this over breakfast. What's a croissant?
Yeah. They're so good.
Ask that question.
They're so good, and they go with coffee really good. We have to find you. We're gonna make you a good snack.
Coffee?
There's no coffee.
I know.
Snack.
I know. That's why I say we make it. It's
They're honestly
revolutionary.
they're a scam because it's only like half a donut. It's not even a real donut.
It's not donut, even a little. It's paste. Oh God. Okay, we'll talk. I will fight you about French pastry later, but not right now, because now I'm choosing to be nice and sing you a song of rest for your sleeping time.
Awesome.
I'm going to be a lookout by myself this evening. And Agnes struts away.
No,
Agnes,
no, no.
Have
you
fun
go to
running
that castle.
away!
I'm
You're
right
not.
here. I'm staying right here at the camp I get my long rest back if I sit and keep watch. That is part of my features. I'm just going to keep watch while you all rest.
Have
Thank
fun
you.
storming the castle.
I will be right here. Thank you so
You're
much.
not. You're gonna go hang out and chill for real, because I have been actually asleep for hours. So I will be taking over the watch, and you can go rest.
That's smart.
All color drains from Agnes's face. Agnes
Great.
has no tolerance for being told what to do.
I don't
And
care.
gets
This is
even
great.
more obstinate. Goes to her full height with no care for who she will only call Isabella from now on. And digs her talons into the ground and says, Bellows, you have to go through me if you wish to deter my plan.
What is your plan?
Great. I'm gonna
To
pick
sit and
you
keep watch,
up
that's it.
and lay you on the ground next to Dick.
I dig my talons full force into the ground, and I have full wingspan and am at my full 7-foot height.
Okay,
I don't care.
Okay, if this
I'm
is,
gonna start collecting bets from Dick and Irina.
if this
Who's
is
gonna win
actually
this fight?
Have a foot on me. You're
okay, so real quick, and then I gotta do something else. I need an opposed athletics check between Agnes and Maze. Which means for the folks at home, they're both going to roll athletics checks. One of them is better at this than the other one. And whoever wins moves the other person.
Can I give them both advantage?
No.
Gabriel's not here for all of 20 minutes and we're full PvP.
so
Gabriel, come back, we need you.
Gabriel, Egbert
Not
is
only-
busy. Egbert is doing his own thing.
Egbert.
not only do I crit on a 19, but I have a +2. So that's a 21.
Oh, shit.
What'd you get
This
there,
fight is so
Agnes?
exciting.
Agnes rolled a 3.
Oh, no. Okay, so Maze picks Agnes up and fully moves her across the camp. While this is all
Like a lot of the ground gets ripped out with Agnes's talons.
somewhere in the background, you hear Egbert worried about the state of the ground.
The worms.
Worms?
As you are all doing this,
Put me down! This is an outrage! I can't believe you're doing this! Who do you think you are?
so I need everyone to know at home, and you guys, I guess, that I recorded this far before I knew that all this would happen. I should have guessed, but when I set the scene in this next little chapter that we're gonna hit here, just pretend like they all chilled and went to sleep. They didn't, but that's okay.
When have we done that ever?
I was
Agnes
just
is
really
now of the
hoping.
moon, Julie.
I
Of the
Thought
moon!
that you would eventually get there, but we're half an hour in, and
This
instead we're fighting.
characterization of all of us.
Well, then that's on me. But here we go. We're going to skip it a little bit as all of this is going down. Egbert has wandered off, not very far away, but just has like gone kind of to the outskirts of the camp. It's very loud for his little ears, and he sits himself on a log, just kind of observes as all of this is going down. People in all of the players, you're not going to be able to hear this. So we're just going to skip on over to a little Egbert interlude. Cue dopey music in the background. As the group settles into their long or short rest, around a campfire, waiting for the daylight to not really shine through the clouds, but at least lighten the area a little bit, Egbert. And you hear from behind you in the woods, like where the wolves have just run off to, you hear a psst, psst, Egbert. Egbert.
Me?
Egbert, come here. Come over here.
Are you friendly?
Yes, to you. I'm behind the tree. And if you look into the woods, you see, like, poking out behind a tree, the craziest slash most stereotypical version of a little wizard that you ever could see. Just like little tiny pointed hat, short, long white beard, enormous blue eyes that poke out for just a second behind a tree. And then you make eye contact and he bloop, right back behind.
Wizard. Well, could be good. Could be. As we do need. Madam Eva mentioned an ally. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go to him. Here we go. Egbert, you can do this. You can do this, Egbert.
Incredible. You stand
Coming.
and head towards the woods. Everybody else is still asleep, and you see the wizard be like, shh, just you for now. Just you. Come along. It'll be fine.
Just me.
Just you.
Why me?
We can talk about it later. We don't have time, Egbert. We have to go. I need your worm research. I just need you.
Do you know my name? My research.
Your research.
My research. That makes a certain amount of sense. Okay, you said you wanted to find a way to contribute to the group. Maybe this. Okay, go. Scary wizard, dark woods, scary woods. I can do it. Here we go.
And you head into the woods. As soon as you get there, little wizard man grabs you by the front of your shirt, pulls you down 2 feet, because he is so small, and goes, "With me, Egbert." And behind him, the tree slits open to a portal, and he drags you through, and it closes up behind you.
Great.
And we return. For those of us who were not watching this, I'll give you a quick little recap. None of you see as Egbert is distracted by something and is pulled somewhere else entirely. All of my creepy crew who's still here, go ahead and make a perception check. Those of you who are physically fighting must do this with disadvantage.
18.
You can't make me lie down. I'll sit here, but you can't make me lie down.
You can sit wherever you want. Just shut up. That was still a nat 20.
That was what?
It's a nat 20.
Did you do it with disadvantage? Because you're fighting physically with somebody else?
That only takes it to an 18.
Heartbreaking.
I got a 21.
Great.
Agnes got a 9.
Agnes, you are fighting for your life, my dude. Maze, Bifa, and Dick, you all suddenly notice Egbert is not here. There is something behind the tree. You also notice Irina is not here.
Did the bubble get her too? Sorry, sore subject, Agnes. What? You said something is behind the tree? Is it Egbert? If he's back there taking the pee, I don't want to bother him.
Looks too small to be Egbert. It's very shadowy. You'd have to go, investigate it, but something like a small thing on the ground.
Small thing on ground. Okay. I will go. I wish to go with it.
I'll go with her.
Sweet. You look behind the tree. There is a small picnic basket. Inside, there is a large thermos of what you assume is coffee. When you open it up, you can feel that bitterness through your sinuses. You see just a little platter of scones, some butter and jam, and you see that there is a note scrawled on top. The worst handwriting you've ever seen. It says, "Needed Egbert, meet you at the mountain. Be safe out there. Signed, MM.
Okay, so this is ransom note. Eggberg has been kidnapped. We need to find him right now. Screw Bismarck. Who cares? We don't know him. Irina is gone. We must eat these croissants. Are there croissants in here? The whole point of croissants was to show Irina. Irina! There are croissants and coffee!
Do you yell out, Irina, there's croissants?
And coffee!
She comes out from behind another tree and is like, what? I had to pee.
Oh, so that's what... I knew I heard it. Okay, so someone has stolen Eggberg. They also left us croissants. We should take a moment to eat croissant and coffee just to enjoy, and then we must go find Eggberg and I guess your brother.
We should be very careful about this coffee, as the entire thermos is now tucked under Dick's coat. This could be poisonous. It could be an intense problem for everybody. I will be brave and sample it to make sure that it is safe for consumption.
As you're saying that, Dick, Agnes shows up directly behind you. Like, basically touching you. So close to your profile.
Dick, I think you should do it. I think it's a good idea. Nothing bad will happen to you.
Nothing bad will. Do I notice that Agnes is behind me?
I don't know.
Agnes, make a stealth check.
She's not necessarily trying to be stealthy, but all
It's
she can smell is coffee.
Is this the monsters right behind me, isn't it? Kind of feel?
Yes. This is against Dick's passive perception.
What's the check, Jimmy?
Stealth.
Dick,
15?
Yeah.
Dick, what's your passive perception?
It's 20.
Oh, yeah, you know, you feel Agnes right behind you.
your passive perception is 20?
Yeah, let's not talk about it. It's fine. Crazy things happen when you are, invaded by eldritch monsters. Dick is going to use his cunning action to disengage so he doesn't take an opportunity attack. He's going to duck behind a tree and roll stealth.
All right. I should have guessed that you would all get into PvP over coffee. And here we are.
Agnes is having a bad day and hasn't had coffee in a long time.
Oh, I hate this, but I think anyone who's fighting for this coffee needs to roll initiative.
What?
Stealth beforehand or no?
I would like to note that I am leaned on a tree 5 feet away, kind of giggling.
Irina's with you, being like, what is this?
Agnes is just like, Agnes
I don't know.
looks at Dick behind the tree and is just, can she see him?
Okay, so
Because she just wants to say, you can have it, we could just share. I could just have a sip. I could help you test it for poison. That's all.
Just save some for Irina to try.
There's no thread. I just, it's been a long time and it's been a long day.
Dick will round the tree like a puppy who maybe got a bit of ham and has been scolded, and just, well, maybe we can do that. Just it's important for me to hold it for reasons.
Agnes's hands are shaking.
Dick takes the cup off the top, and you can see his whole hand is just visibly shaking. He pours a little bit in the cup and hands it to Agnes, and then goes, "We'll do it at the same time, okay?"
Agnes
Save some for Irina.
brings the cup as close to her nose as possible. Oh. Cheers, Dick. And she downs the entire cup.
Constitution save. No, I'm just kidding.
She doesn't care.
Incredible. Dick, if you don't save a little for Irina, I will kill you.
Vic will take the cup and he'll pour a little bit into it. He is not drunk in any yet, and
Just a baby taste. She
he'll
won't
hand
like
it
it,
to
but she has to
Irina.
know.
He's like, it's bean juice. It's, you probably wouldn't like it. It's fine.
She goes,
You probably
bean
won't.
juice?
It's acquired taste.
Yeah, it's juice made from beans. It's it's like whatever.
She looks at you and holds up like a small pouch that was at the bottom of the picnic basket. He's like, beans? And there are coffee beans in a little pouch.
Agnes dives.
Irina goes, whoop, that's fun.
Irina, I've only ever admired you and thought that you were beautiful and wonderful and strong.
Wild.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what's become over me. This is embarrassing. I've just not quite realized the effects I'm undergoing of not having coffee for so long. This is addiction, kids. Don't drink caffeine until you're older.
Irina does like drink the little bit of coffee that you give her. Her eyes like dilate immediately, and she's like, "This tastes horrendous. What is it?"
Yeah, it's really bad. You should probably just give it all to us.
Yeah, you should leave it to us to take care of.
Oh, okay. She pockets the beans.
Before the taste is gone fully out of your mouth, try a bite of a pastry. Preferably a flaky one like a croissant, if there is one.
When
The pair together. Mm.
when she pockets the beans, Agnes's eye twitches visibly.
Can I see where she put them?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Maze/Lex is so annoyed.
It's a 15 and I'm pushing it already. That's a 21.
You just make it. She slips it into like the inner pocket of her coat.
Did I see where it went, Dewey?
Make a perception check.
I love that the first 30 minutes of this episode is mainly PvP and coffee.
Unhinged behavior. I don't know why I
15.
expected anything else. No, you don't know where it went.
Truly.
When Dick sees where it's put, he sort of relaxes and he's like, "Oh, come on, Agatha, let's sit by the fire and reminisce about a time when this was not so much a privilege." And he'll sit down, and as he takes the cup of coffee and sticks a pinky way out.
I just take the cup back from Arena and holds it up to Dick.
You remember when we first met? We didn't like each other at all.
No, not at all. No.
I need everyone at home to know that there's no alcohol in this. It's just coffee.
Listen, if you've been half a day without coffee and then you have some, you feel inebriated.
It's so soothing. Visit to the bones.
I do think you're all on day 5, maybe 6 of being in this weird place. No coffee.
Dick's kept track in his notebook, and with each progressive tally, it's like digging more through each sheet of paper. Doobie, I could do this for the rest of the night. You've got to cut us off.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
doing it
you
right
really
now.
do.
Yeah, you all eat, and the croissants are delicious. Coffee is incredible. And the note says meet you at the mountain. And you know that you're all looking for a tall peak in Barovia. Irina looks at you and goes, "Oh, Mount Bartok."
Yeah,
That's what
the one.
That's what the lady said. Madame Eva.
That is what I have in my notes.
Well, Madame Eva told us to find the highest peak. Didn't we ask Strahd what the highest peak was when he was being all creepy at one point when we were in the woods?
I pinned him against a tree and we interrogated him, if that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, he has the smile of a person whose teeth have been put through a blender. They're loud and obnoxious and not fit for public viewing. But I think
That
Mount
sums it up,
Beartalk
I
is where we're
think.
supposed to go.
Yeah, that I'm pretty sure is definitely one of the locations. Uh-huh. Um, can we do that? Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Is it morning? It's still nighttime. We have not done resting,
I think
right?
this is
This is our
eating
rest, short rest.
breakfast. Yeah, calming down after some physical altercations. You all like have your short rest. I don't think anyone got a long rest. But
Maze sure did.
Maze,
Shut up.
Maze is doing great. But you're welcome to, if you lost any hit points, go ahead and roll your hit dice. For folks at home, that's their like health bar. And you all pack up camp and start heading out. Irina starts leading you down the road, and she's like, Mount Bartok is far. It is like past Valaki. So we should get a move on and try to keep at a really like clipped pace.
No. So, okay, I'm so sorry. What about your brother, dear?
I gave it some thought. I don't think he's going to do anything to Ismark right now. Don't know that we have all the time in the world, but he's also always watching me. So, if I walked in there right now, I can only assume that it would end incredibly poorly for me. So, do you all know who lives at Mount Bartok?
I assume Bartok.
The person with the coffee.
That I assume is correct. There was a mage that came through a little while ago, and everyone called him mad for his insane theories. Everyone has kind of heard of it, and he ran off to Mount Bartok when nobody really believed him or would help. It was very... I had other things to deal with. But...
What are his theories?
Oh, that, Strahd was captured here because he was trying to take over the world at large, that there was a way out of Barovia.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pardon me?
Yeah, he thinks that there's a way out, which is insane.
Okay, but riddle me this, Ratman. There's no way out, how did he get the beans from the coffees if there's no coffees here?
Well, he's a mage, so I
The
assume
mages
something with
make
magic?
coffee?
No, but they can, transport stuff. I don't know. Maybe he had some from when he got here.
I have to say, as someone of magic, it is very difficult to use one's skills in a land such as this. But, nevertheless, however he came by coffee, I think that this deserves investigation. To increase our supply of coffee is but only one reason for that investigation. As much as I think that identifying Strahd's weakness is of the most priority, and that Ismark is greatly on my mind, I do hear your strategy, and I want to make sure, Irina, that you have been so gracious to us, and so has your brother, and I have many feelings about Strahd breaking through my bubble. But, if we think that it's a higher priority to get more coffee, to explore the mountain, then I want to hear how you feel about that.
I would like to get my brother back with as little bloodshed as possible. And to help you, you said Madame Eva read your fortune?
Yes.
And said that you should... If she says that you should find the Mad Mage, then you should. And if you are also going after Strahd, then I'm with you.
Great. So,
And
go then?
What?
Do you know the way, Arena? Can you take us to there?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I
and
say
don't
let's
be
go.
mistaken, Arena. We will get Strahd.
Yeah, we will. Because I will.
Eventually, when
Mm.
we're a lot stronger than we are now.
But first we get our Egbert back, we get the coffees, we maybe know if, you say Magnus is the little man? Maybe Magnus knows how to get away from here, and we can go away after we get your brother and Strahd.
Let's see what we can do.
Let's go.
All right. Anything else anyone wants to do before we hit the road? Dick, you look contemplative.
I mean, it's not so much anything that Dick wants to do as much as he's a way out and he's a prisoner. And I seem to remember somebody saying that Strahd had an enemy. I'm wondering if this mage is the enemy. I thought we were being crafty getting away from the castle and not following into a trap, but we might be falling into another trap because if we're looking for a way out and Strahd's a prisoner, maybe he's just using us to find the way out. That's all I got.
I don't know,
have-
but I feel like if we want to leave, we still need to find the way out, whether or not Strahd wants to find the way out.
I have no doubt that Strahd is using us. I believe that he brought us here for that very purpose. Now, ask me about how I feel about being ripped from a land where I was dealing with corrupt, egotistical, arrogant men all day, simply to exist in a place with fantastical monsters to do, guess what? The exact same thing. Okay, so I am bored by the fact that Strahd is using us. There's no way around that. I wanted to nip it in the bud, but it seems it's perhaps more pragmatic. Although this is why I do believe it's of our advantage to understand his weakness.
Well, hopefully we can figure more of that out by talking to this mage who's absconded with our good friend Egbert. I mean, we should go before I start talking again. What I could say could unravel a whole knitting circle, and I'm thinking about picking up crochet. So we should get a kick in our step.
All right, well, tally-ho. And Agnes marches on.
Incredible. You pack up camp, you hit the road. The day is just beginning. As usual, there is a thick cloud cover over the sun, but you can feel the lightening of the air as you continue down. It is a long, winding road, lots of plodding, forward and forward and forward. As you move down these roads, I need Beefa
That's me.
to make a luck check. I just want you to roll a d20 and tell me what pops up.
A 19 has popped upon it.
Stunning. A 19 is fantastic. As you walk by, you see that there is like a little Vistani camp off to the side. No one that you really recognize from before, but you do notice that they have with them about 20 horses. And Irina
Oh.
looks at you all and goes, do we have enough? Do we have anything to barter with?
I can play them songs on my guitars.
Don't think that's gonna do it. They like gold or.
Don't think you know how good I am at guitars. Respectfully.
All right. Well, you can give that a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't have gold, I don't think. I just have guitars. Do you have gold, Dick?
If I had invested in gold, I mean, do you think that I would be a detective? There's no way. I've got a piton, I've got a
A what?
candle, I've got a bell, I've
What
got
is a what?
a piton. It's
A
what the
what?
French people stick into the rocks to mountain climb. A piton. Vous à la quoi, mademoiselle?
A vuvuzela? That's not French.
As they say in France land.
I am more confused than before.
Got a bag of ball bearings.
I could
Wow.
my longsword for something since I have a great sword now.
Irina's like, that could work. And she pulls like a few daggers out of various parts of her armor. And is like, I think this might be enough. Does anyone have anything valuable?
The greatest guitar on earth is not valuable? I don't understand.
Are you going to give them your guitar?
No, I will play it for them.
So, all right.
Dick pulls out like a wooden stake and like a flask of oil and a pair of handcuffs, and he goes, "Oh, I might need those later." And then like he just starts pulling out all of these random things. This is all I got. And to answer your question, a detective is always ready. They're like an Eagle Scout.
I have a whole kit of first aid supplies. Lemon drops, some gauze, handkerchiefs. Do you need some soothing chamomile tea?
No.
Is
All
that
right.
a value?
All right. Let's start with the longsword, the guitar playing, and some of my weaponry. To give?
Oh no, that's part of my cane. I would never do that.
Well, then it's not a thing that we can use. Thank you. All
My
right.
umbrella is made out of pure gold, and you cannot have it.
Well, that is supremely unhelpful, and I would really conceal that as we make our way over here.
It's concealed.
All right. Okay. Is everyone coming to talk? You want to let me do the talking, maybe?
I think you let me do talking, Arena. Or maybe you and I go together. We could even hold hands a little bit if you want.
I poke Beefo with my umbrella.
I'll be quiet though if you want.
I mean, I can go too. I mean, I won't say anything.
Let's all go. Arena and I will sing to them sweet songs of love, and then it will be fine, and we will take all their horses that they give to us, and we'll go away.
I probably have the most formal experience in diplomacy and litigation.
All right. Well,
This
it
is true.
seems like
I also-
all of us are going.
Let's go.
All right.
Oh, Vistani peoples! We are here to say hello. It's crappening. I'm so sorry. Hello. We met your friends down the road, and we are here to say hello to you and see perhaps if we could do cultural exchange of musics, where I play for you my guitars and you give for us your horses.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Bifa.
I just love how Gabriel's gone for all of an hour, and we've descended into complete madness.
We all knew it would happen. We all.
Evolved. Or falling.
Okay. So here's a conundrum for you,
Yeah.
Doobie, and also rules lawyers amongst us. Anything a 9 or below counts as a 10
Yep.
for me. I can't roll below a 10
Correct.
for persuasion. However, I did roll a natural 1. So which rule wins?
The natural one.
Okay.
Just like a natural 20 would count, even if you like
Yeah,
subtracted something. To
I
it, you know?
figured, but I had to ask.
Well,
You know, it's
technically
one of
a
those
whole rule,
moments.
but I agree with it wholeheartedly, and it should be a part of the DMG.
a nat one. You see, there is like a little circle of Vistani. You see like this enormous dude, like huge, broad shoulders, holding a very small ukulele, is playing, and like two little skinny teenagers are like using their feet and their legs as a drum, and they all look over at you with your gorgeous guitar, and you see the large one stands up and goes, "What is it you have there?"
Oh, you want to jam? What's our jam sesh? Yeah?
What?
Oh, jam sesh. I play music on this, you play music on that, we play music, I don't know, maybe together. Could
All
be
right,
fun.
yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here we go. I start to play. A little just foundational something that it's easy to build on, you know? A versatile little chug-a-chug. Maybe any style of music could also go with it. Because I don't know what their music is like. Maybe it's really cool. Maybe it sucks. Maybe he's like the one guy from Nosferatu who just makes big eye contact with his lute and doesn't ever look away from your eyeballs while he plays it.
Bifa, what is your passive perception?
I don't perceive. Will I find out, literally? Passive perception. 13?
How much?
Lucky 13?
13?
13? What am I not perceiving?
Oh, but Dick is there, and Dick has a passive perception of 20. Dick, you see, like, two little kids as Bifa is, like, kind of huddled in with these musicians, sneaks into Bifa's bag and just starts taking everything that they can.
I slap their little hands. Don't you know that's rude? You don't do those kinds of things. That could get you in a lot of trouble. And I'm a PI and not a police officer, so I'm trying to keep you out of trouble instead of put you in it.
And runs.
Juby, while all this is happening, can I be doing like a, not necessarily moving, but just an optical sweep of the perimeter and the area to gather intel, and also to try to deduce if they're messing with Bifa?
They are messing with Bifa for sure.
Thank you so much.
But you can make a perception check.
Just to see what else I...
Everyone can tell they're messing with Bifa. Bifa is...
Can Bifa tell they're messing with Bifa?
No.
Can it be investigation or...
Sure.
Okay, that's going to be 26.
Cool. You walk around. A, they're definitely messing with Bifa. B, these guys are like wanderers, right? They don't have a place. They move through this like county country that is Barovia, and they collect things. You think that getting these horses is probably going to be difficult without some sort of like good trade. And that the longer you're here, the more that they will continue to mess with everybody.
Can I figure out what they really want?
On a 26 investigation and your context for Vistani, I think that you are aware that they are all of the Vistani are loyal to Strahd, because all of the Vistani are able to leave this place and return. You see a lot of like objects from out in your world adorning their carts. Mm-hmm. So they have the ability to leave this place. So any sort of like, we're here to get Strahd is not going to serve you well here.
I guess that still didn't answer my question.
Well, they don't really want for anything.
Right.
So you got to find something interesting enough to give them.
What do I notice that they have from my world that I would recognize?
There's like a teapot. You see there's like a few clocks. One of them has a pocket watch. You see they have like different teas and like coffee beans. These guys have like more modern clothes under like the cloaks that they're wearing.
Okay. I step forward in front of Bifa and I cast Fey Presence.
Okay, make a charisma saving throw.
A saving throw?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I rolled an 18 on the die, and
Great.
then my saving throws have no numbers next to them.
Is charisma colored in?
Yeah.
Then you add your proficiency bonus and your charisma modifier.
Okay.
This sounds very
3
complicated
plus
because it is.
4, 7,
Plus 18.
25.
Great. 25, you are able to get the spell off, even though there are a lot of spellcasters here. You cast Fey Presence, and what do you do?
Well. You all seem to be remarkably worldly, undeniably cultured, and completely well-rounded in ways that I myself, from my world and my culture and my perspective, could barely begin to imagine. I mean, how do you do it? How I would love to sit around with you and drink an expensive cup of tea, hearing your stories of your otherworldly travels. Unfortunately, I'm sure that you don't have time for this, and we certainly do not. I am here to offer you one thing. And she removes one of the Fabergé eggs that she stole from one of the people on High Council from her other life. I have this incredibly rare Fabergé egg coated in pure gold. You could say, borrowed this from a statesman right after he attempted to drown me. This egg has been rumored about, myths have been written about it, it's storied, it's been embedded into lore, told to children before bedtimes. This egg has existed probably since the dawn of time and been passed down in this elite family for centuries. If you are able to give us what we want, I will bestow upon you the gift of this egg.
You see one of the, skinnier musicians goes, well, what do you want?
We need 4 horses for our travels.
5
horses for our travels.
Oh no, 4. I can snuggle with Arena. That's fine. 4 is good.
I don't know how to ride a horse.
We need 5.
Do you say you don't know how to ride horse?
I was born in the city. Sue me.
They make horses in cities. Have you ever been to Philadelphia? They have them.
Around the time of cars and stuff, I mostly hit the beat with my gumshoes.
All right,
You
Agnes.
You hit another word for hitting with your shoes made of gum. That's what you have said.
Okay, Agnes, please go ahead and make a persuasion check. You can do this with advantage because of Fey Presence. So sorry, you are telling the truth about this egg?
Yeah.
Then it is persuasion.
21.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Well, what do you want?
The big guy goes, oh, all right. Yeah, 5 horses, 5 horses. So we're going to keep the egg, and then you keep the 5 horses, or you give them back? Is this like renting?
I think we're probably going to keep the horse.
If you were keeping the egg, then we would keep the horses. If you will give the egg back to me for my collection, then I can talk with my team and perhaps we would do a loan.
You see Irina's like putting her daggers back where she found them. And the big guy's like, yeah, okay, yeah. Takes the egg from you, and you have 5 horses, which will make this much faster. Irina helps you all get up onto horses, and you take off. Yes.
I just need 1 minute for more. There were some really cool chord progressions in their musics that I just need like 3 minutes to just have them explain to me them, and then I can go away.
Uh,
And listen up. The deal includes you explaining to my friend here your chord progressions that you use in your musical expression.
And I will sit raptly at their feet and listen.
well, we were already jamming. And so you finish up your jam. Irina gets you all up on the horses. I do need everyone to make an athletics or acrobatics check as you start riding these horses. I don't think any of you has proficiency in riding horses.
I do have proficiency in acrobatics. Does that count?
Sure.
So close to being a natural 20.
Heartbreaking.
23.
Oh,
15?
A nice, respectable 15.
great.
A nice, juicy, turgid 9.
Okay, well, the DC was 15.
Great.
So, Maze, Dick, Agnes, you figure it out. You, like, bond with your horse.
Oh no, I might have to ride with Irina holding her.
Irina comes over and adjusts your stance. Go ahead and make that roll again with advantage.
Irina, can you show me?
Bike.
Can you show me?
Bike.
It's not like that at all.
It's gonna feel a lot different from a bike in like 3 hours.
Beaver, engage your abdominals. Strength, Beaver.
It would really help. Irina, can you just like pat which parts of myself I should engage if you feel comfortable with this?
Helping you. What did you get?
I got 30-20.
Okay. She helps you out. She's make an insight check.
Okay. I want to see if she's also into me.
Mm-hmm.
18.
Your flirting seems to be making her amused at this present moment.
I will take it. That is good.
Great. You all saddle up. Get out of there. The trip that would have taken you 6 days is probably now going to take you between 2 and 3. So over this first day, you travel. And as you travel down this road, it's super barren the further away you get from the town you were in. And up in the distance, like along the road, you see a raised wooden platform with loops of rope hanging and what looks like a body hanging. I would love everyone to make a perception check.
Dirty 20.
6.
13.
How'd you do, Dick?
1.
You rolled
How
1.
did Agnes lay a Fabergé egg? Why would she be in the spy business if she could just shit out $1 million eggs?
Dick, we've been over this. I do not lay eggs. Now, once in a while, I understand the incubation process and can help them come to term. However, that is not necessarily what I partake in. You know, my bird-like features are... Anyway, I have a collection of... And Agnes is describing this in detail to
Great.
Dick.
Agnes, I have a question, and if it's too personal, it's just because I'm Scandinavian, I don't know. This is a regular question where I'm from. Birds, they don't shit out the egg, except they kind of do, because they only have the one hole is cloaca. They don't have separate butt hole and pee hole and other holes for things.
Well, that is correct. You know much about birds.
You have just cloaca?
From the waist down, I am fully bird. So everything that a bird would have, I do.
Wow. I have
Okay.
a lot of follow-up questions.
Oh, yeah. If
Huh?
you have... Also, do we have a question? Especially at this point, Agnes has been quite loose and free with... I mean, I'm still fully Agnes. I haven't, like, revealed my other identity, but she's not really hiding the fact that she's a bird in front of Arena.
Arena
Or
has
just
not
Cloaca.
made any comments or looked at you weird. Irina seems like she's got a goal.
Great.
She's
That's
not
kind
curious
of
about
why
Cloacas.
Agnes has, she's been able to tell that Arena hasn't really noticed. Just wanted to
Whether or not
check.
Irina has noticed, unclear, but she hasn't mentioned anything.
Great.
As you start to walk past this gibbet, Bifa, for a second, you see your face on the corpse's face with no makeup.
Horrifying. Genuine question. Do I recognize my face without makeup on it?
It takes you a while. It takes you a while to figure it out, and you're like, from further away, you're like, wow, we kind of look similar. And then
Looks familiar.
the closer you get, the more you're like, oh. I would love to hear what Bifa's feeling in this moment, like, so far in the adventure. Like, what does that do to her? Like, how are you feeling right now?
A lot of things. Big whiplash, because we were really excited to talk about cloacas, and now we're seeing our own naked dead face. So that's a lot at once. I think, yeah, as if Bifa had been in conversation when she noticed that, I think I would have kind of let the conversation taper off and enter my own thoughts a little bit. Honestly, I think the first thing she thinks is, do I have a twin here who is dead? That would honestly explains a lot. No, that's not what happens. I think she's wondering if this is where, I don't know how to explain this. Where this vision of the stuff she's seeing falls on the spectrum of reality. Like, is it a thing? Is it a physical thing in this time and place? Is it a prophecy? Is it like a weird vision of some parallel dimension past? Does she get any sense of any answers to those questions, I guess?
Make an insight check.
$17?
Seems pretty real to you. Doesn't... Bifa could come up with probably a million explanations for this, and I think you just have that sort of, like, feeling in your gut that this is, if not real, then something that you were meant to see.
I hate it. Cool. I'm gonna start looking for reflective surfaces to make sure my face looks the way it should look right now. Like,
yeah, you look in the mirror and you're like, not a mirror, but you like catch your reflection in Irina's armor, and your corpse paint is still very much intact.
oof. Okay, good. That's good. I'll check and make sure I still have, pat myself down, make sure, keys, wallet, phone, corpse paint. I've got them. Phone doesn't work here. It's a wild time. Paint is great. I think I'm kind of falling to the back of the group a little bit, riding a little more slowly, and being more introspective. And I think I'll take wherever I keep my paint on me, I want to move it to a much more secure spot. And just kind of make sure I can feel that it is still there. It's like pickpocket proof. I'm not playing games with this paint right now. Who else would be like the quietest person right now?
In fact, I'm going to pause there on yours because you're not the only one seeing some stuff right now. But as you like move past the gibbet, you do see that face shift and change into something you do not recognize.
Gotta double check my own face again one more time just to make sure I don't look like what that looks like now, and then we're good.
Yeah, you do not. But as you like kind of have this moment, Maze, as you start passing these gallows, you see your face on the corpses. How's Maze feeling? What does that do?
I feel like this is not the first time I have hallucinatorially superimposed my own face onto a dead body.
Sure.
This
Horrifying.
is, I've spent a lot of time on very, very little sleep, on zombie watch kind of thing. So, super not like unfazed by that by any means, but also kind of like, God, this again? I slept last night.
If anyone were to look around, Bifa looks horrified and terrified, and Maze looks kind of done with this situation.
Like genuinely fed up, but also like kind of upset because it's never a fun experience, but it's also like not a new one.
Fair. Yeah, I think as you pass it, you see that face morph back into something decomposed and unrecognizable, but that weird sense of like, oh, somebody or something wanted you to see that. Agnes, as you are in bird form, riding a horse, you...
I'm not I'm not fully extended.
For sure. You are riding, and you also see these gallows, and as you move by, you see your face hanging there. How's that going for Agnes?
Ooh! Good day.
It's a dead body.
You talking to it?
Yeah. Can she do an investigation? She's like talking to her, so, like she's she's inspecting it as she would anything curious and unusual.
Sure.
14.
It's, it's not real. You're not hanging up on the gallows. You are here on a horse. But there's a sense of unease, right? As like, you don't know how to get out of here. You know that you've gotten out of sticky situations in the past, but you've never dealt with this sort of like supernatural presence. And I think it's super up to Agnes how this sits in her body. But I think for just a second, as you see that up there, you get the sense of like, you might not make it out of this one.
Where is Agnes in the order? Like, who's around Agnes right now?
It's probably Irina's up at the front, followed by Bifa, Maze, Agnes, and then Dick at the back.
So I had just been like... Sorry.
Would you say Bifa?
Oh, just that I had fallen to the back.
Okay, yeah, Bifa's now behind.
Okay. So, Agnes didn't super notice that because she was describing her egg collection to Dick. So then after that, William the Third. Hello there. That's peculiar. And at first, like, Agnes is, like, she was just talking to her, trying to investigate it. And then, kind of has this moment where maybe she pauses and lets Dick and Beaver ride by. Or, has this moment kind of privately where, like, Agatha comes out a little bit, and Agnes just. Yeah. It's okay. Breathe, Agatha. You're here. We're gonna find a way through this. Why you're here still doesn't make any sense, but you're gonna be okay. Would Agatha, without the pretend gumption of Agnes, be able to discern? I'm trying to be does any other guttural feelings come up for her?
I think it's not real. I think you
Yeah.
know that it's like some sort of illusion. The feelings that pop up for Agnes or Agatha are her own, but I think you know that if this isn't like Strahd's doing, it's definitely someone that wants him where he is. You know what I mean? Or is on his side, and I think it's just another layer of you ran away. Not ran away, but you mess with all of these powerful men out in the real world, and you get sucked into dumb scary fantasy land, and this dude is still in charge.
I don't understand the point of any of this, and I am irate that I wasn't just left to deal with the already despicable world that I was dealing with. But that's okay, Agatha. We're gonna find a way through. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and she returns to her Agnes form and continues away.
As you continue by, you see that image fade. It's just a face. Dick, as the last person here, I think you can kind of tell that everybody's having a little individual moment. And so when you look up to the gallows and see Dick hanging there, what does that bring up for you?
I think the first thought that Dick would have would be to kind of giggle and scoff. Just, yeah, that would be pretty nice right now, maybe. I'd be okay. I wouldn't have to go home. I don't even know if I really want to go home, to be honest. He's actually having an internal monologue, probably for the first time in the last 5 days. And he's thinking about home and how things are different here and how he's actually a part of a group and actually feels like he's growing in competence, and then wondering, would any of this eldritch stuff follow him home, and then what would that mean? And kind of in a moment realizing that he might not want to leave, and that kind of grief and despair and sadness sort of washes over as he's looking as everybody's riding away, and he sees Bifa, and he sees Maze, and he sees Agatha, and then he thinks about Egbert, and he's well, they want to get home, so not yet. We're not there yet. And so he tips his hat and whips his cape, pours a quick cup of coffee, and goes, I know you're watching. Well, you better build my gallows high, Crumb, because I'm so full of shit I'll make the rope slack. And then he'll just whip his horse and start going, "Meh, meh, 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 meh."
That's so good. Dick, you steel yourself, you're back in it. As you go past the corner of your eye, the face shifts. Not to an unrecognizable face, but to Egbert's. And Egbert's face splits open into quarters, and some insane tentacles whip out, and you see these weird unending eyes. And then there's no more gallows.
Dick full ass falls off the horse.
Yeah.
Irina sees you fall off the horse and is like, Dick, what the hell? And like jumps off, helps you get back on.
Thank you, Irina. Thank you. And as she's lifting him up, can Dick try to pickpocket those coffee beans?
Yes, absolutely. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
I was like,
What
are
were
you
y'all
trying to
thinking?
smell her? Like, what is happening?
Oh.
I'm pushing it. That's a dirty 20.
She did not roll very high. You get those coffee beans. And as you keep going by, the gallows disappear. There is nothing there. And you continue down the road. Night starts to fall once more. There is nothing on any side of you except trees and road. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm generally against stopping anywhere because everywhere is so damn dangerous.
You can try to ride through the night.
How are the horses? Are they tired? Are they sleepy?
You haven't been like... Irina, every once in a while for like a little stretch of time, will have you like gallop down. But for the most part, you are just walking. And because they are so large, it is cutting your speed in... or not cutting your speed in half, cutting your time in half. So they look tired. You don't think they're going to like collapse if they go through the night. If you don't make it there by tomorrow night, you're going to have to rest, no matter where you are.
I think we should keep going.
Agnes is kind of uncharacteristically quiet. I think Agatha kind of took over and she's thinking about the progress she was making at home and how there are some people who really need her, and that is what is making her a little bit sad.
You see Irina turns around and says, should we wait? Should we rest here? Do you want to keep... It is dangerous here at night, but...
And it's already night, or night is on the way?
Night is on the way. You're like at
Why
a
don't we
decision point.
Maybe we take short rest for horses and then we ride all night?
You see Irina says, all right, if that's what you'd like.
That's my vote. Are there other votes?
I think we should go for as long as we can, for sure. But that can kind of mean anything.
I mean, it's
Go through the night and stop in the morning and try to get some rest for a little bit.
I mean, it's dangerous if we stay. It's dangerous if we go. I mean, if they're gonna be coming at us at the night and they're super good at being around at night, then maybe we should just keep moving and try to sleep during the day when we know they're not as good.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying do quick rest now, just like a little snack break for horses, so that we are as fresh as we can be for all night long, and then actual sleep in the daytime.
The good thing none of us are scared of the dark, because that would make this really traumatic and horrifying.
That would really suck, you're right.
Terrible.
Incredible. So, short rest for the horses, and then we're riding through the night?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Short rest is uneventful. You climb back on your horses and take off into the night. It is so far past dark. You see Irina like looks back at you. The only reason you can really tell she's in front of you is because of like the glinting of her armor. And she goes, does anyone have light that we could use? Please don't light fire on the horses.
It's a hooded lantern. Is that bad? Is that gonna scare the horses?
No, that should be okay. That should be all right. Like an open torch.
Yeah, I've got a ton of torches, but that's it.
Horses are extra flammable, or what?
No, they're prey animals. They're scared.
Oh!
I can see in all darkness, magical darkness, regular darkness. So if you want, I could lead us, or
She
we
says,
could
"Yeah,
find.
right up here with me, Agnes." So
I can see all magical darknesses too. I can also do it as well. Also, on your horse with you.
okay, so we've got Agnes and Irina up in front, Bifa like trying to nudge her way in there. Dick and Maze bringing up the back.
I think she meant inflammable, but that's neither here nor
You
there.
know what's a stupid thing about English that I hate is flammable and inflammable actually mean same thing, and I hate that. And English is a bastard language that should die.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Irina is going to keep pushing you guys forward. The only person who's going to be able to make perception checks right now, outside of like, I think lanterns will give you like 10 feet of dim
It's
light.
really not a lot.
So you can see around you enough that you're not gonna like run into stuff. But Agnes is gonna be the only one who can like see out. Does anyone else have dark vision?
Mm-mm.
I didn't think so.
I have devil's sight.
So yeah, you're a-okay. Everyone else, including Irina, is like blind out here.
Okay.
So you're still moving. Your speed is a little lower now because you're not like able to see exactly where you're going. Anyone who wants to can make a perception check. Anyone who's not Agnes has to do it with disadvantage.
Do I get advantage?
No, you just don't have to roll disadvantage. But
Can I
nice
do
try.
a survival check?
Sure, yeah.
Can I do investigation, Dewey?
No.
Okay.
Can I do sleight of hand, Doobie?
No.
One.
I rolled the same thing both times. Spooky.
Spook.
You said perception?
Yeah.
That's not right. 11?
Okay.
No, 12.
It's dark. And you're looking at the back of Irina. Agnes, you got 18?
Yeah.
Dick, what did you get?
I got a 16, but I pushed it to a dirty 20.
Great. And Maze?
Sorry, you said disadvantage, yeah?
Yeah.
So 19.
Okay, awesome. Bifa, you are busy looking at Irina.
I'm distracted.
Dick, Dick, Agnes, and Maze all hear from behind you. Wait! And somebody, like, really out of breath is, like, trying to catch up to you guys.
Lantern.
It's outside of that. You can, like, see a figure, but making out any sort of, like, features. You guys are going faster than whoever this is can run up.
Dick will put one hand behind his back and slowly start forming a knife. Bonus action steady. And say, "Come a bit closer. I can't see you out there in the deep dark like a coffee cup full of fog and also fog."
You hear Irina go, "What's happening? What's going on? Do we need to stop?"
Some spooky child person is talking to me and everybody else.
I'm next to Arena still, right?
Yep.
So I say, Arena, there's someone behind us. We're not sure of their allegiance at this point.
She pretty quickly is like, there are things out here that are going to mess with us. I don't think that we should stop. I think we need to keep going.
Agnes,
Okay,
it's just
fine with
me.
me.
Don't worry. I'm right here. It's only me. I'm on your side. Still.
I think we should keep going. Can Dick, do we want to do this? Yeah, we should do this, right? Can Dick cast his detect magic spell?
I was gonna
Sure.
say, I was gonna try to cast Identify, but Dick, if you'd rather cast Detect.
I just wanna know.
I do think Identify is range of touch, if I'm not mistaken. You have to like be holding the thing to identify it. Dick, you cast Detect Magic. What is the range of Detect Magic?
That's a great question that I should know off the top of my head.
I should also, but I don't.
30 feet from me in a sphere.
So you're sending it out 30 feet, or you're sending it out towards this thing, or where are you putting it?
It's a cone of vision. So
Okay, so it's from you.
30 feet out from me, yeah.
Sweet. You cast Detect Magic. There is certainly magic everywhere. All around you. You think that this whole place is magic? Of some sort. But you see an aura of magic around Irina, and you see an aura of magic around whoever is following you.
It's like that episode in Invader Zim where he buys the germs goggles and he flips them on and realizes that everything's covered in germs.
Yeah, you're like,
hyperventilate.
This is horrible.
This is horrifying.
Can I make out what this being looks like?
I think because
Can I fully see them?
You would either have to slow down enough to get to the back of the pack, or stop.
Can I pull to the side for a moment to stop?
Yeah. You, Agnes pulls over to the side to stop. Irina looks at you and is like, "What are you doing? We have to keep going."
I'll catch up right up. I just want to get a look at them for a moment.
Bifa, Dick, and Maze, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what's happening because I haven't noticed this person yet.
Doping all the way out. My speed has increased already.
Maze is moving ahead.
I don't like monsters who can talk back to me. No.
You hear that voice again being like, "Please stop."
Agnes, we should really be going right now.
Absolutely, I'm right behind you. Can I see them, Dewey?
So I need to understand. Agnes has stopped. Bifa and Dick, do you continue forward, or
do I hear the second thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I will slow down, but I'm not stopping.
Okay. So
I want to slow with the readiness to either run the hell away or hop off and...
Honestly, Julie, that's what I was imagining that Agnes was doing as well, that she was slowing down so she could get in the line of sight of this being, but she's not, pulling over to stop and talk to them.
Okay. I just need to understand, the formation and where people are in this moment.
She's still moving with the pack, but she's slowed down a little bit to get a line of sight.
Okay, so
I'll be
Agnes
in
and
the
Bifa
middle.
slow down. Maze is keeping pace with Irina. Dick, where are you?
Why's your face like that, Dick? You're making me nervous.
I'm making you nervous.
Yeah, why's your face like that?
Because this is nervous. I'm nervous. Let me have my feelings. Dick's not going to let Agnes be by themselves.
Cool. You guys slow down enough that this figure is able to catch up with you. And you see, out of breath, hair wild and all over the place, leaves and twigs stuck in their hair. Irina, holding her longsword, is like, "Where did you guys go?"
Nope. No.
That's bad.
Nope.
That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
I hate this.
That's
Why
bad.
don't we stop?
Okay, quick, Irina's. What did we have for breakfast? Tell me now. You over there. Shoot. How do we do this? On the count of three. On the count of three, you say breakfast. Both of you. 1,
Dude,
2.
I cast Identify on the person with the leaves and sticks.
Are you touching them?
I reach out.
Okie doke.
You scary.
That is scary. Hold please while I double check.
Yeah, Agnes
what
absolutely
Identify
does
gives you.
that. Yeah.
Hold.
Has to be done.
please.
But Bifa's plan was so good. So smart.
So smart. Range.
Oh wait, I'm so sorry. Can we see if the coffee thing works?
Wait, so sorry. Before you cast Identify, what's happening?
I want to play through Arena's coffee thing. I cut that short. I didn't mean to do that.
Beaver, you're yelling, what did we have for breakfast?
On count of 3, Irenas, you both say breakfast.
You see Irina up at the front looks over at Maze and is like, are we stopping? What's going on?
1, 2.
I don't know
3.
what's happening.
I reach out and I cast Identify.
Does either Irina say anything about what we had for breakfast?
Irina on the ground goes, the little things with the flakies, kind of.
I reach out and I cast Identify. I touch her and I cast Identify.
You cast Identify, and I need to understand exactly what Identify gives you. Hold, please.
This horse lady, you don't know shit. You are the imposter. I want to kill you now. I'm sorry.
Okay, if you instead touch a creature without the throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. You cast Identify. You see that there is a polymorph spell on this being.
The one with the twigs and the leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is an imposter.
They grab you, pull you off your horse.
My hand, I have reaction.
Sure.
Hellish Rebuke.
Okay. You do some fire damage. It does not seem to affect this person. They drag you off your horse and start pulling.
Can I do an athletics check, Toby, to see if I evade before they grab?
Sure, yeah, you can do it. This is going to be an opposed athletics check.
Okay.
How did the fake one know about the flake?
Because Irina used the bathroom before we had breakfast, so it could have been either one of them.
Yeah, that's why I was like, yeah. What do I do for
It's such a smart idea.
opposed?
What do you add to athletics?
1.
Okay, what did you roll on the dice?
12.
Did not do it. Agnes is being pulled into the woods.
No.
Because I steadied myself at the beginning, can I throw a knife at this thing?
You can absolutely throw a knife at this thing, and then anything anyone wants to do afterwards, we're going to have to roll initiative. So yeah.
I would like to shoot it.
Cool. You're gonna roll initiative.
Well, so
for
you
that.
can't do that. But we're going to see what happens with Dick's knife, right?
Mm-hmm. Dick, unfortunately, I don't think you can see into the dark, so this is going to be with disadvantage. But you have an ally within 5 feet.
And I did use bonus action steady, which normally would have given me advantage.
Okay, so just straight.
Straight.
What did Hellish Rebuke do? It did some fire damage?
Yeah, I'll roll the damage for you.
22.
A 22
Nice.
is gonna hit for sure.
Yeah.
Agatha!
God, she's just so gawky. She has no athletic ability.
Exactly.
Okay, so that's 3, 4. I love being a rogue.
Yeah, being a rogue rules.
Clickety clackety, baby.
Frankie is referring to how many dice go clickety clankety. For those of us at home.
There's 21 points of psychic damage.
21 points of psychic damage?
Yeah, baby.
Psychic damage?
Yeah.
Excuse
Give me a
you?
break.
Yes.
Alright, 28 points of damage plus
21.
plus
21.
15. 21 plus 15.
Thank you.
By 15.
Okay. If other people, I think we've got to roll initiative. So everyone roll initiative.
For those of you at home who don't know, psychic damage is only resisted by 2 creatures in the whole game. That counts as magical damage, so that doesn't stop it
That's
either.
very true.
So if it has all those psychic damage, all that plus the fire damage, what are we looking at here?
36.
Agnes.
36 what?
Damage.
Okay. So is it wounded?
Yeah.
But does it look still fine and mighty, or is
Yes.
it getting worn down a little bit?
It does not look worn down. Okay, what did anybody roll above a 20?
No.
Okay. Anyone get higher than an 18? Okay, anyone 15 or 15, 16, 17? Okay. 14. Sick. Okay. What do the rest of you get?
5.
5, 10? Dick?
Healthy 9. 7, 8, 9. That's a callback. So we know that it's strong and that we will win.
Okay.
Um,
Sweet. Irina number 1 goes first, jumps off the horse, runs towards Agnes, and is like, "What the hell is going on?" She's blind. So she's going to. She just can't.
I'm
see
over
anybody.
here. Follow my voice. We're right here. We're right by the bushes.
Is gonna miss on her first attack, and is gonna miss on her second attack. She is swinging. She's trying to get you out of there. Agnes, it's your turn.
Alright, we have a few directions we can go in. Can you describe to me this situation? Where is my body in space?
You are probably 20 feet off the road. With this, Irina has 2 arms like under your armpits and is like dragging you back.
Bad. Oh, well, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Doobie, can I ask you an above table question?
Yes.
Remember when I got green flame blade?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, I could add that to something.
It's a bonus action.
Yes.
Right? So you add it to a melee attack. So it's something that you hit with your umbrella, probably.
Okay, so could I Eldritch Blast and then Green Flame Blade?
You can, but I do believe it's an action to hit somebody. This game is complicated and has a lot of rules. And anyone at home who's like, I'm confused and there are a lot of rules, you are correct. I'm also confused and there are a lot of rules. Brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting. You need to use a weapon to cast it. And then it gives you an attack. But you would have to use your turn physically attacking instead of doing Eldritch Blast.
I understand.
How close is she to me?
Probably like 30 feet.
Okay.
There is something really cool we came up with, but I'm going to have to talk to you about it later. I really forget what it is.
When we're not in the middle of combat, I want to teach you how to use a crossbow.
I have my umbrella is a crossbow, and that's what I was thinking of doing with Green Flame Blade, but I'm being dragged, so I don't know if mechanically I can do that.
You can.
I was gonna Green Flame Blade my talons.
You can Green Flame Blade your talons.
Sick.
I'm gonna try that.
Great. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Oh,
And
I
also, yeah, she probably doesn't have a lot of crossbow experience. She has that weapon, but she might need some lessons, Mace.
Great.
I just got the mental image of, you know how when you get a cat on its back and you're playing and it takes its back legs and it starts like trying to claw your innards out. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
The
that's
little
exactly
rabbit
what's going on.
piggies.
So, Doobie, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I just want to let you know I just reread Green Flame Blade. It doesn't add any damage. It means that it can, like, do fire damage to something within 5 feet of it. So if you're fighting 2 guys, that would be helpful. Currently, I don't think that's...
Yeah, that's kind of the conclusion I was coming to as well. I think. Ah. I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast with all I got.
Pop off.
So I roll, right? The d20?
Yes.
To see if I hit? Okay. That's a 12.
It's not gonna do it.
But you get two beams.
You do get 2 beams, yeah.
You're level 5.
Ah, so I can roll again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I need you to hand me now, please. You don't understand what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, that's a natural 1.
No.
Okay. Okay. Um... Call odds or evens.
Oh no.
This is just for my information. I didn't think of it soon enough, so it doesn't count. But if I had Misty Stepped, would I be able to get out of her grip?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Well, there goes that option.
Oh.
Can I still do it?
Huh?
Misty Step is a bonus action. You only cast it a cantrip, which means that you can still cast it.
That is
Ah!
That
I
is
cast
true.
Misty Step.
Okay, something is still going to happen. I do still need to make this luck check. So you call odds or evens for me.
Odds.
Okay. Roll your damage for your Eldritch Blast.
I'm so sorry. Wait, we do have this written down, right? Okay,
I think it's
Eldritch Blast.
1d10.
It's 1d10, yeah.
Okay. It says +7 for my attack bonus.
Yes. This is just adding your charisma modifier.
Gotcha. Oh, God. Is this a D10? No. Thank you so much.
It's so scary.
3.
Okay.
Okay. 3, what's your charisma modifier for?
Yeah.
You take 7 points of damage as your Eldritch Blast ricochets off of you, but you Misty Step back onto your horse.
Yep.
You get back
I
on your
sure
horse. A horrifying screech echoes from this being. And it starts moving incredibly quickly in these like horrifying jerky movements and is going to go, oh, where are you gonna go, you creepy little guy?
They're gonna go away. They're gonna run away into the wood.
What is that over there, far away from us?
Dick.
No.
This like imitation, this mockery of Irina comes through. You see her eyes are just like sunken and all black. You see her mouth is like thinned out into this itty bitty line that barely makes a face anymore. And she is going to roll really poorly. You see this thing approaching you very, very quickly. It goes to grab you and slips a little bit.
Agnes laughs audibly.
Gorgeous. Bifa.
I don't like how fast that thing is creepy crawling. It's weird. I don't like it. Reminds me of the little bugs that would live in the troll caves back home. Hateful. I will cast upon this the slow thing I have.
Sick. They roll a natural 2. They are slowed.
And you know what I have to say to that? It sucks to suck, fake Irina. Go away. We should run.
Dick, it becomes your turn.
Okay. what would it cost me to trample this thing with a horse?
You're still on your horse. It is like grabbing up at you, so you would have to get it. Like, it would either be an animal handling check. I think it would be an animal handling check to try to get this trample to work.
Ooh, we're not good at those. We're really not good at those. Could I investigate this horse to trample it? I'm joking.
Investigate?
I'm
No.
sorry. Yeah.
Try sleight of hand.
I'm gonna stab it. I'm gonna stab it real hard.
You do that, buddy.
I really thought for a second you meant the horse and was so upset.
No.
Confused. Like, don't. That's a friend.
I already have an emotional attachment to this. I should have never played Red
Have
Dead
you
Redemption.
named it?
Maybe.
If you name it, you can't eat it. That's why we don't name things.
We learned that from the goat. Sorry.
Horrible.
Oh, the goat. I miss the goat.
Okay, so I got a 12, but if I push it, can I push attacks? I don't think I can push attacks.
I don't think so.
I cannot push attacks. Okay, can I bonus action throw my other knife?
Sure.
Okay, that's a 23.
Yeah, that hits.
Does the horse count as an ally within 5 feet?
Sure.
Yes!
Did you let him have that because he named it and it only would have been an ally if it was named?
No, I was looking at something else.
13 points of psychic damage.
Great. It takes that.
I'm gonna make a luck check myself. We're gonna Constitution. Okay, evens. Dick does not run away screaming. He's and taking an opportunity attack. He's holding his medal currently,
Mm-hmm.
and that's my turn.
Great.
Edgar would be proud.
Before it becomes Maze's turn, I think Agnes is the only person who's going to be able to see this. What you thought was a like massive tree behind you.
Doobie.
A like hunched figure walks out, impossible to understand the gender. Gnarled staff in their hand, knocks twice on the ground and goes, "That is enough." The Irina in front of you disappears. The Irina on the horse in front of you disappears.
Stop.
And you look at this woman who steps more into the light. You see like greenish skin, like deep, like I don't even want to say like frown lines, but just these like this like ageless being steps out and goes, all right, you are Strahd's adventurers. Come with me. And she turns to head back into the forest. And that's where we're going to end for today, everybody.
Why? Is anything
Yay.
real? Is Irina even real? Is Strahd real?
Hey,
Is this just a big Inception moment where like none of this campaign's real? You've wrote it all yourself because all of this is fake. Like,
Actually,
knows?
Frankie, this is where you find out you've been Truman Showed, and none of this. We're not even real. We're just actors in your life. Sorry, bro.
and on that note, everybody, we'll see you next time. Not next week, but the week afterwards to continue the fabulous adventures of the creepy crew out in Curse of Strahd. Everyone say goodbye.
Goodbye.